I'm curious, with everything we're seeing in today, with political conflict, as you mentioned, with crime, was it at all like this in the 60s, 70s, and the 50s, or anything like that?
Well, I wrote something recently that what it was like in 1945, because everybody said the world's going to end tomorrow and things are very, very bad, and I agreed with that. I talk about it all the time. But then I just went over the statistics of World War I and World War II. Millions of people died. And it was very a disaster. So it's continued, but the founders made the point, and I'm a strong believer in it, that ultimately the kind of society we have depends on a prevailing attitude, both intellectually and spiritually, of a community. Because the non-aggression principle, fortunately, can be used by people in a spiritual realm or in a pragmatic zone. Just that this doesn't make any sense, and yet we continue to do it. But I think it's the nature of mankind, and I never heard discussions about nihilism. Of course, that's been discussed in the philosophy books for a long time, but nothing like it's talked about now. And I've sort of been concentrating on that because if you don't have truth, which we don't have anymore, then you have nihilists, and you're dealing with people that have no conscience. And when you understand that, then you understand the people who just shoot to kill and do all these things well, that's going to cause chaos and people are going to die. That'll open the doors for true Marxism. We have to get rid of all this garbage you people are living with. So for us to devise, the perfect social state, we need to get rid of all these notions about freedom and capitalism and honest money, and that is their goal. And since they're nihilists, they don't care.
So do you think that the reason we're seeing the spike in crime is that these people are intentionally releasing criminals and making not enforcing laws because they want to destroy the system?
Well, I think that they've just lost all contact with reality. I think they are psychopathic in that sense. A psychopath has lost contact with reality, and that sort of can be a collective thing. The mob psychology. I mean, we're operating sort of with a mob psychology that people are joining this, and they have all kinds of excuses. I've been. As much as I try to think about this, getting all these corporations and so many people to go along with this lockdown, and most of them are, you think they can't be as far off as I described, but they just go along with it, and it's sort of scary. But I think the point that the founders made is they said this Constitution isn't worth much if the people are immoral and have no principles and they don't believe in truth. How can they believe in honest money if they don't have any principles? And they don't have a unit of account. They don't have a unit of account for the money. They don't have a unit of account for social matters.